This is Charles Johnson, National Editor of Farm Journal and Top Producer Magazines. I'm outside of Ray, Colorado today with Alan Welp. Alan is the president of the American Sugar Beet Growers Association. Alan, you just finished up your sugar beet planting here the other day, and you're now planting corn. What do you see as the sugar beet outlook here in the country? What's on sugar beet growers' minds? What are you looking forward to as we get into this new season?
Well, it's springtime, and all the growers are optimistic on the new crop year. Our sugar prices have increased somewhat from very depressed prices in 2007, so that is very encouraging for our sugar beet growers. All of the sugar beet growers are grower-owned. They own their own processing facilities and everything. And so we carry our crop from seed to the table. We're looking forward to a good year. We have Roundup Ready technology in our sugar beet crops this year, which is a tremendous asset to us, and the growers are very excited about this new technology. So we think it's going to be a good year with the other prices softening somewhat in the grain commodities, and sugar prices we hope will maintain where they're at.
Now, 2008 was a pretty good year for sugar beets, wasn't it?
Yeah, for production across the United States was very good. Some of it was due to the Roundup Ready technology. Our acres was down in 2008. We look for our acres to increase somewhat for 2009. But it was a good year, good market in the year. Prices were fairly stable and strengthening. Some of the issues that we're watching is one of our concerns is imports. The growers, there's plenty of sugar on the marketplace. We don't need any more additional imports. Mexico is shipping us a lot of sugar this year because of implementation of the NAFTA agreement in 2008. Beginning, we have open borders and open trade in the sweetener industry with Mexico. So they have been shipping us a lot of sugar. So we have plenty of sugar on the marketplace. Prices are steady to declining somewhat now. There was a decent cane crop down south this winter.
Could U.S. sugar producers supply our entire market just from their own production, or are all these imports necessary, or are they coming in under trade agreements of some kind?
The first question, yes, the sugar growers of the United States could produce all the sugar that is needed for the United States. But under all the trade agreements and the WTO that the United States has entered into, we are the #2 exporter in the world. We ship a lot of sugar in here to the United States, and we're required by these trade agreements to import sugar from 41 countries, whether we need that sugar or not.
41 countries. That's amazing. Now, we've had big floods this winter in the Red River Valley, Minnesota, and North Dakota, which are big sugar beet producing states, as well as out here up west. What do you see happening there? Are they going to be able to get their crop in the ground and planted? Are you getting any reading on the situation there?
Well, first and foremost, our thoughts and prayers have been with those in the Red River Valley as they try to battle the floods and the high waters and the excess moisture that they have. This is similar to a problem they had previously with a lot of water, and during that year they got their beets in time and had a very good crop. So we anticipate the acres are getting planted. I think they're planting as we speak, and the areas they can dry out fairly rapidly, and with modern equipment get the crop in the ground. And that a few years ago when they had the same difficulty, it was 10 days later than what the floods were this year. So we're very comfortable that they're going to have fairly adequate production.
Okay, well, that's good that things are kind of optimistic for those guys and for the industry as a whole, really, that the outlook this year is for good production and for reasonably good prices too. Or, wait a minute, How about the prices this year?
Well, the prices are stable, stable to declining. We had fairly good prices last fall with the imports coming in, and then the anticipated increase of our acreage. You can expect that the sugar prices will decline somewhat. We just hopefully they won't fall out of bed, and that it can be a decent return to our growers.
Now, the number of processing plants in the United States has declined in recent years. What kind of impact is that having on sugar producers, or have the co-ops been able to kind of take up the slack there?
Well, there has been a lot of factory closures. Since 1985, there has been over 36 factories or sugar mills closed, and you have seen a shift to all grower-owned cooperatives where the growers own their own processing facilities. It's because of the tight margins in this business that there wasn't enough room for all parties involved. So that's why the growers had to step to the plate, and if they wanted to grow sugar beets, to own their own processing facilities. It's just been a transition over a period of years. Now, the price of sugar, the growers today receive the same price for their sugar beets as they did in early 1980s when Jimmy Carter was president. The price of sugar on the grocery store shelf is the same price today as it was when Jimmy Carter was president.
Are growers able to make up for that with more efficient production, or how do you, everything has gone up in price since 1980. Fertilizer went sky high this winter. Price of fuel is up. Everything's up since 1980. How are sugar beet growers able to stay in business if their price is the same as it was nearly 30 years ago?
Well, it's like it is with other commodities. With technology increase, you're going to increase production. The sizes of farms have obviously increased, and you've just become more efficient, and to try to make ends meet. And that's one of the reasons why we've had to become grower-owned processing facilities, just to become more efficient. The United States beet growers are the number 2 most efficient sugar beet producers in the world. So we're right up there in the industry standards.
What other countries are big sugar beet producers?
Chile raises sugar beet producers. European are very large sugar beet producers. There's cane producers. Everybody grows cane. You got Australia, Brazil, Argentina, the South America, Central CAFTA, Central American countries.
Guatemala,
Dominican Republic.
Okay. Well, Alan, appreciate you taking time out to talk with us today, and I certainly wish you well with your crop, and hope that you get that corn in the ground today, and that gets off to a good start too. So, this is Charles Johnson reporting for the editors of Farm Journal and Top Producer magazines.